Hello everyone, my name is Sam.
And I'm Angela, and welcome to our channel.
Someone's extra smiley today. What are you smiley about? What do we think is about to happen here?
We're hoping that we're about to get our house site graded.
That's right. The background you see behind us is about to be transformed into a dirt pad.
Hey, and then house on top, eventually.
As you can tell, it is a little bit windy today. It's because another storm is rolling in, blowing in. Hopefully the grader is going to make it in time. What he told us is that even as it starts to rain, that's fine, unless it becomes an absolute downpour. He'll still be able to get the stuff graded, no problem today. So we just literally did a cannonball run over here from our property in North Carolina to hopefully get here in time. It does look like we've beat the grader. He's not arrived yet, which is good. Now we can kind of, I don't know, find some stuff to do, entertain ourselves while we wait for them to show up. Hopefully this is going to turn out okay, audio-wise. So I am walking beside or behind the house site. It's going to be right here in my background. I'm going to go over here and adjust one of our cameras we have so that I can kind of get a time lapse, hopefully. But also, I need to pick up some stuff that has made its way across the property that when we left was not all the way down here. So I went ahead and shot a little before footage for everyone. Not that there's a lot to really look at. Right now it is a patch of grass in a field, and there are 4 little orange fiberglass poles which are roughly going to be the corners of the house. That's about it. That's pretty much all there is to see at this point. However, it is cool to see the before, and it'll be cooler to see the after and the during, but at least if nothing else, there is the before of what this spot of ground looked like before we had the house site graded. There you go. Well, a little bit of an update. It's been probably about 2.5 hours, still no grader. Apparently they got delayed at their other job that they were at. So it's also started to sprinkle and rain a little bit. Nothing terrible to where it's going to be an issue for grading, but it just makes it to where we can't really do anything outside. So Angela actually laid down in the camper to take a nap, so awesome that we have that. And the boys and I are out here in the workshop doing a little bit of stuff here and there, mostly just killing time and trying not to obsess over the fact of they're not here yet. So just a little update, and yep, that's what's happening our way. 45 minutes start to finish, and our house site is graded.
That's pretty awesome.
It's done. Now they've got to come back later and do the footers and all that stuff, but as far as cutting the house pad and given the weather, it's done.
And they said it has to sit a couple of days just to kind of settle and of course dry out. But I think we have some more rain coming this week, so.
We do. Yeah, I think our next break in the weather probably is going to be about a week from now, but that's okay because really the next step is we need to move out of our house.
Which is going to be hard.
Not that bad. Actually, yes it will, but let's keep saying it won't be that bad. Let's be delusional about it, okay?
Yeah.
Well, we're down here with a giant mountain of topsoil. It was very cool. He put it all in a pile. He said they lift it here so we can use it for, you know, final grade and fill in or whatever we need. Otherwise, we've got ourselves a giant muddy runway. There is a crown to this, so it does have a kind of a mound. It is designed and graded so that water does not direct onto it, does not pool on top of it, and will flow off, away, and around it. It's called positive drainage. It's kind of hard to tell right now because, well, he graded this in the mud, so it wasn't the cleanest, prettiest way to grade. However, we still have the crown, looks great, and everything is going to be very easy to smooth out as we need to whenever it's a little bit drier.
Good? 68 on the butt. Drive it on in. Alright. Okay. Start open. Yep. 68, 6. Alright. Y'all be close. Six. Okay, we're good. Roll him up.
So I'm trying to be very respectful and not shove the camera in the guys' faces as they work. I did ask them, say, hey, you guys mind if we do a little bit of video? They said, sure. But then they were also appreciative when I said, don't worry, I'm not going to shove the camera in your face. So they have measured the width and length of our frame for the mobile home. That's something that our mover had texted me and said, hey, I need you to measure the width of your I-beams and then the lengths. So they've got that measurement, and it looks like they're staking out and putting rebar at certain intervals, which will be what they eventually use a giant auger bit to drill the footers for. That is my assumption. Again, I'm not over there bugging them, asking them every single step, but in my head at least, I think that's what's happening. So we'll keep watching to see if Sam's head is correct or if Sam's just way off base. Either way, we will continue filming this really exciting thing for us. I mean, you know, visually it's not super exciting, I guess, but for us, it is ultra exciting. All right, back to that footage.
These help me climb. I really need the other one. It was the exact same as this. Otherwise I can climb this mountain. And whee!
Well, are you excited?
Yes, something is happening.
A lot of something's happening.
We're actually getting like something on the house site done. Like we've not been able to touch this for how many months now? It's like 6 or 8 months.
Ever since we've owned the property?
We had the little 4 stakes out that we wanted our house site right there, and then other than that we've not been able to touch it. So now there's actually open ground, and we're getting the little pillar footers in today, and it's just really exciting.
To say that that was a whole bunch of excitement is an understatement.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say to that.
I don't either. Okay, truth be told, we drove out here today just to bring some plants and some of your flowers we dug up. There was a rumor that they were probably going to maybe start the footers. No concrete guarantees or promises. So we kind of just meandered out here. I think we're gonna show up at like 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
We're out here a total of what, like 10, 15 minutes? And I'm like, hey, guess who's pulling in our driveway? It's the
Grader.
The digger dudes. Yeah, the grader. I don't know. So yeah, that was awesome. He did the footers, which were like, awesome, great. We got the footers dug, sweet. And then we hear or see the concrete truck.
And he's driving in our driveway.
And man, it just all hit at once there, didn't it? Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, blah, 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 blah. I'm just trying to process in my mind everything that I've just witnessed and done and seen.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was one of those, you just have to put the camera down and get in and help.
Yeah.
At some points.
Yeah, I wanted to be in there and help more than I did. I was like, no, give them their space. Don't crowd them out. You don't know what you're doing. Don't jump in there.
We're not really the people to stand back and watch somebody
work
like that.
Yeah, no.
And I'd say that's why we are DIYers and stuff like that too. We like to do more than just watch.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Wow, okay, so starting from the top. Let's start from the top. The footers were really cool to see be done. He used a skid steer with a 3-foot diameter auger, hydraulically driven auger, and he just easy peasy 1, 2, 3. He just dug the footers.
It looked like they measured out where each pillar footer needed to go, and then just put a rebar right in the middle. And so he used that little point to line up his auger and then drilled the holes. Yep.
And I asked him, I said, I asked him about the auger, and I wasn't going to nitpick, how deep is it, blah, blah, blah. He said
go
that
time.
It's counting out here with where we are. Remember, this is all very subjective to where you are.
Out.
They like to have at least 8 inches of solid
That's
concrete.
what I think.
Actually, yeah,
okay.
it is. So, no, they're not 2-foot, 3-foot footers, but remember, it's a single-wide mobile home, so it's very different from stick-built construction houses. It's a glorified trailer. I mean, okay, it is a trailer, but camper, whatever. It is totally legit, so don't worry. If it looks weird, I mean, unless you're right here beside us, it might be weird. So, okay, elephant in the yard. The concrete truck got temporarily stuck. The dude was like hauling literally tons of concrete, and even though it was a 10-wheel drive truck, 3 axles, I mean, it's sticky mud out here. It will get you, and you won't know what happened until you've been got.
And then you've sunk.
Right.
And so there's no getting out.
We've had that with the minivan. Actually, right here behind, I don't know if it's ever showed up in the videos. It looks like our water line trench is starting to like collapse. Nope, that's minivan tracks. Sam got it sunk up to the door.
Yep.
So the minivan's been stuck. The Tahoe has been stuck. We've had to get pulled out by my brother twice, and we've learned don't get off the rocks.
Right. If it's wet at all.
Oh yeah.
Like if it's rained within a week.
Yep.
Maybe 2.
Don't get off the rocks. So at that point, with the concrete truck stuck, I think the guys were like, all right, we're just going to get this done. So he got his skid steer, took the concrete in the bucket and spread it and did their work. Obviously offloading a ton of weight, probably more than a ton, from the concrete truck, getting the job done before any of that stuff cured. And I mean, I guess they've been in that spot before, but I think when you and I saw that truck go, we're like, oh gosh, it's game over. I don't know.
Can't do anything else. It's not going
I don't know,
anywhere.
guys. Get some sweet tea and some Adirondack chairs. But no, they jumped in, they got it done, and the skid steer pulled the concrete truck out when they were done. And
which was amazing.
yeah, that's cool.
Hey, and you got a freebie out of this thing.
You are not kidding. So I figured they got the truck out there done. See you later. They're like, hey, we got some extra concrete. Do you want it? I'm like, I don't know where. And again, the grader guy was like, what's that square form behind your building? I'm like, I don't know. It's Sam's scrapyard. He said, let's grab it. Take the boards out of the middle. Do a form. Let's give yourself a patio in front of your workshop.
Okay.
And I said, okie dokie, Smokey. So grabbed it, put it together real quick. The concrete truck came over, poured it. And yeah, there's now, I think it's like a 5x5 or a 6x6 concrete pad in front of the workshop.
Nice.
Free. you know, we pay for that,
Free.
but we get this. Right. Free asterisks. So that's really cool. That is nothing that I had even on my radar that I'll get to do in my workshop. And Nana Boo Boo, mine's cooler than the soap shed now.
Although I had to point out, I hope you don't have to go in your workshop anymore today.
You're gonna have to see Sam do the long jump.
Yeah, except you might be the one to take a face plant.
It'd probably be a butt plant, but yeah. How did those dimples? No, it looks like a crater. Anyway. Yeah, I will. I'll figure out how to get into the workshop to get the tools up and out that I need to, and we'll close it up.
I'll just put it in the camper.
Yeah, that's very smart. Yeah, sweet. Okay, so let's go look at the footers. Let's go check out the house site and show you guys the coolness. Let's share some excitement with some
Friends.
dirt and concrete.
Oh,
footage.
thought you meant share with friends.
Yeah, let's share with friends. Friends. Okay, I think this begs the question, Sam and Angela, what is next? Obviously, you're moving out of your house, pretty much, right?
I really do not look forward to this next step, which is probably going to be moving into the camper for probably a month.
Vagabonds.
Yeah, I'm
Matt
just
Foley.
not looking forward to that.
No, but remember, it is a temporary stepping stone
It is.
to be able to calling all of this home all of the time.
Yes, I know.
No hours and hundreds of miles drive. It's just, here you are.
Yes. And it's funny because this area has begun to feel like home. Like coming out to our property and working, it feels like home.
Yeah.
But it's so odd because our actual home that we live in is on another piece of property right now that doesn't feel like home anymore and is going to get moved here.
Yeah.
So it's very odd.
So as far as next steps, here on the property with the house site, they, I think, are going to do inspection for footers, although she received a phone call just about 10 minutes ago from the county wanting to know the dimensions of the house, and I think that's about it for a permit. And then she said, well, they just finished the footers, and the lady at the office is like, oh, we're supposed to kind of come out and check and make sure you're not close to the road. And Angela's like, well,
We're
300 feet.
I think
400
we're okay.
feet. So, but I think they're still going to come out Monday and inspect it. No big deal. They'll be able to see it. So once that's done, honestly, the next step really is for us to move out of our home.
Yes.
We're going to talk with the mobile home mover, our whole contractor we've been doing all of this through, and get a schedule when he thinks he can move the home. Hopefully it's at least a 2-week lead time for us,
Yes.
because in that time we need to move out, move all of our possessions out of the house, move all of our furniture, all that, and then disconnect everything. We are responsible to make sure our home is ready to roll, literally ready to roll whenever he's ready to come and hook up. Now, we don't take it down from the blocks. We don't take down the hurricane, tornado straps, anchoring system, but we remove all the porches, steps, the underpinning. We disconnect the electrical, the supply water lines, the drain lines, and any obstructions to keep it from moving off of our property.
And our mini split.
Yep, and our multi-zone mini split. So we do have a big list to do. However, look how much we've done so far.
Yes, no, that's good. It's just the next month. At least, hey, we are pretty much middle of March now.
The
which
time
is time
changes.
to start. Yeah, that's true.
About to get you an extra hour of daylight. Can you guys tell who the optimist is and who the
I'm trying.
realist, perhaps? I'll be optimistic and call you realistic.
We still have stuff to do at the greenhouse. We have beds to make, garden beds. I mean, we have so much stuff more to do out here that's what we're going to end up doing while we're waiting on the house to be moved and put in place and get our CO and all that fun stuff.
Exactly. Wonderful regurgitation of my encouragement I've been telling you for months. I'm so excited.
If you say it enough times, you may start to believe
my ADD is loving this. Just so you know, my ADD is so happy right now.
My don't change anything is not.
Right. Your stability factors are crushed. Meanwhile, your husband's like, something else to do. All these thoughts, and I get to think. Yeah, it's true, guys. It's honestly true. I'm not joking.
So, lots of more stuff to come.
Yes.
It is not stopping anytime soon.
Nope. You can't stop this train. So, yeah, I guess that's going to be it for the house site grading and the footers and the Sam's impromptu patio. I mean,
it's not big enough for a chair. Sorry, honey.
What are you talking about? I'll sit there. I just got to move it anytime I want to move around it, but you watch. I'll be sitting there in a chair.
We'll have to put a picture up.
All right, guys, if you have any questions at all around what you saw, leave us a comment down below. Obviously, we're not contractors. We're not graderologists, concrete artisans, and footerologists. But we just went through it, so we feel like we know what we just went through.
We're showing you what we saw.
Yep.
So.
See and show. Or show and tell. Whatever. I guess that's it. You got to call it, because I'm going to yammer.
He was over there, and I just kept thinking of him playing in the concrete.
Well, that's a thought.
That's why I'm like looking.
Do we want to get the boys to put their handprints and us put our handprints in that concrete?
I don't know.
I think that'd be cool. Or is it cliche?
No.
Everyone out there is saying you better do it.
No, I'm just thinking of the boys. Like,
we'll tell them just to smack it.
Oh gosh.
Okay, we'll do that. You guys stick around for roll credits for that one. So, all right, do your outro, because I'm gonna talk for 3 years if we don't.
Yep. Thanks for coming along as we did all kinds of stuff. Showed you all kinds of new things.
We just stood around and videoed it.
We
did.
did.
Yes.
But hey, we saw it too. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. And otherwise, we'll see you guys next time on one of the homesteads.
See ya.
Bye. The sea or the ocean?
Oh, no, I see. It smells like muddy sludge.
I guess. No, look at me.
Oh. What are you trying to do? It's focused on me.
I know, but look how dark I am.
Well, you're tan. I just burned. All right, is it focused? Do you like it?
Yeah. Now it's better. Now you can see my face.
No, press the star. I'm blown out like Snow White. Good job. I felt the hesitation of, do I say the homestead
I know,
or
because
one of
we're
them?
pretty much only here now.
Yeah, but we're about to show a whole lot of stuff in North Carolina. We're tearing down old Moby.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
Chew.
We got to show all that. I mean, okay, not all of it. We're not going to show plumber's crack, but yeah, pulling it apart, disassembling a mobile home. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Come on, I need to borrow your hands for something really cool. You're gonna like this. Okay, yes, it is not perfect. There is our version of Chernobyl's elephant foot here, but once it's dry, I'll probably come back with a cold roll chisel. Is that what it is? Whatever, a chisel. And I'll just cut that off, and then we'll have some interesting concrete stuff to move somewhere else. But whatever. Free patio for the workshop. Can't argue with it. I'm not going to argue. It's awesome. It's awesome. Okay, guys. So that was cool seeing the concrete, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Here's my idea. We're going to take our hands and we're going to put handprints on that concrete so we can always see how big our hands were when it was poured. So you guys will be able to see how your hands were at this point in time, even when you're a grown-up.
Make sure your sleeves is all the way up so they don't get dirty.
Roll my sleeves up.
please.
No problem. I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt.
All right, let's find a spot to put some handprints in the concrete.
Careful with your watch.
That's good.
Wiggle it down in there. There you go. How's it?
I need to wash it.
Left hand, okay? No, back a little bit.
Down.
Here, right there. No, don't put your fingers down. Pick your fingers up. Perfect.
Watch hands.